Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining.
Is that super zoomed in for you?
Coffee brew and tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd and Joe Morning
Todd and
Show.
Joe Morning Show.
Yeah.
That theme song reminds me of like a TGIF theme song. Like kind of like what happened after Russell Fandom went off the air.
Whatever happens to predictability.
I don't know how much
Milkman, the big boy.
It's fucking like censored.
It always. We're rebels. We fight the power. I want everybody to throw your ones up in remembrance to our tribal chief that got beat up at this point 2 days ago.
That's him that got beat up.
What the fuck is up, Todd? How was your week, buddy?
You know, made edibles. It's pretty much what we're doing right now.
I've been off all week. I harvest my crops, so my whole house just smells like marijuana right now, and it's wonderful.
Yes, I got some in my basement that I have to go do stuff with afterwards at some point.
It's all drying right now. Drying. So, John Claude Van Sterdam, what you got for us today? How we starting this bitch off?
Well, you know, we both harvested some marijuana. We're lucky enough to be able to cultivate our own. And a lot of people can. A lot of people don't have the time or they don't want to. I think it's harder than it actually is, which it's really actually not hard at all to do. You just have to do like any other plant you own and pay attention to it, do some research on it, and get good nutrients. You're good to go.
But some people aren't psychopaths like us. Some people just want to go just get their flower or go get a vape, go purchase a nice beverage. I tried some Torch beverages last night. Very, very good. Dead, man.
I hear somebody say they need to get high.
Dude, I need to get high. It's dead. Where can I go?
Oh, I know a place.
And as I showed Mr. Stones that day, this was the magical place to get all of the highest grade cannabis flower, pre-rolls, vaporizers, concentrates, edibles, topicals, accessories, gummies, creams, and so much more. Just take a little trip down to 4656 Onondaga Boulevard, Syracuse, New York, and get some bud from our bud, Joe, at Joe's Buds. Maybe you can be our bud too.
So go on down to Joe's Buds, next to Wegmans, right behind Limp Lizard, and go be our bud with Joe's Buds, our bud, Joe's Buds, this place here. Him, Joe Simons. And if you need legal advice in the state of Massachusetts, holler at him.
Yes. He may have also, maybe, he doesn't currently practice in New York, but I think he may have at one point. So,
well, I know he's got like a Facebook page that says like Joe Simons, attorney at law, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So reach out to him. He might know some people in great state of empireness. So Todd, what do you have for me?
T-Odd News, where the useless news comes first.
All right. Yeah. So one is just a weird story. Another one is an attempt at a world record. And then...
They didn't do it?
No, hold on. You'll see. Then two are world records. I guess it's more of an attempt slash in the process of applying to have Guinness, like, come, blah, blah, blah. So
it's weird to make a beer company come. How do you do that? A lot of hops?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
Anywho. So let's get to this one that has nothing to do with beer companies coming. Some lanes of a highway in Illinois' Franklin County were closed while crews worked to clean up the mess left by a semi-truck that overturned and spilled its load of applesauce.
Wait, what?
Illinois State Police said the single vehicle crash happened about 4:48 a.m. Blah, 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 blah. No injuries were reported in the incident, but applesauce spilled out onto the roadway. Mount Vernon-based Rick's Towing was summoned to the scene to assist with the cleanup. The business said about 46,000 pounds of applesauce spilled out onto the roadway, the equivalent of 184,000 4-ounce applesauce containers.
Johnny Appleseed is so fucking mad right now. He's rolling over in his grave.
It's true. That's a lot of applesauce. And that had to have been
Who is
terrible to
eating
clean up.
all this? Like, who is eating all this applesauce? When was the last time you had applesauce?
Last year when I made it.
Right. So when was the last time you had store-bought applesauce?
Oh, I don't eat that shit.
Right. Who's eating it?
People with bad taste. So regardless, a Kentucky man with an annual tradition of going all out for Halloween decorating is now attempting to clinch a Guinness World Record with his latest setup. So here's the person. The Cold Spring resident who dubs himself Halloween Herm has been decorating his green.
Wait, what?
He dubbed himself Halloween Herm.
What is Herm short for?
I don't know. Hermit, hermaphrodite. I don't know. Those are really the only two things. Herman, unless maybe his name's Herman.
Oh, Herman.
I guess, but it doesn't even
Herman?
say. Like
Halloween Herman sounds better.
Yeah, it really does. He's been decorating his Village Green Drive home for Halloween for decades, and in recent years he had dubbed the display Dead Springs Cemetery. He said his tradition started as a tribute to his mother, whose Halloween displays were always the talk of the town when he was a child. We lost her in '99 to cancer, so the day she passed, August 18th, is the day they start setting up in her memory. Halloween Herm told WXIX-TV. That's a fucking crazy station called me. This year's displays, which doubles as a fundraiser for the Northern Kentucky Children's Advocacy Center, features new additions including a Taylor Swift skeleton and a tribute to the Cincinnati Reds playoff run. This isn't just a Halloween display, Halloween Herm told City Beat. It's a living story. The Tri-State has never seen anything like this, and visitors soon won't forget it. Halloween Herm said that he is in the process of applying to Guinness World Records to get his Halloween display into the record book. We discovered there are no records for the amount of props in a Halloween display. We have over 300.
Do they have a Zool?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Because that's what I want to create one of these years. I want us to collaborate and create like a walkway for kids to get candy, but completely Ghostbusters theme. And then they have to reach in the
top of the apartment building, or do you want it just?
Yeah, and then they have to like go reach into like Slimer's like mouth to get the candy.
I have a Slimer that holds a big candy jar in the basement.
Next year, a containment unit.
Yes. Yep. Right where I charge my proton pack.
So I don't trust Kentucky.
No.
Can I tell you,
Kentucky?
I started this true crime podcast called Bone County, Graves County.
Mm-hmm.
And so in like 2001, this dude was convicted of murdering this chick. And, well, no, the murder happened in 2001. He was convicted in 2008. But like most of the evidence was found by this like lady in her 50s who like reached out to some British journalist who came down, whatever. And I'm like halfway through, and it seems like this chick who's now dead, like kind of fabricated all this evidence and has sent this dude to prison for like 20 years to the point where the victims, like parents, are like working with the guy who's convicted for its dad with these people to like get the whole thing. And like it's wild, and Kentucky's corrupt, and I won't even fuck with their chicken anymore because I don't trust it.
No, man, I go to Popeyes. Fuck KFC. Colonel's. going back to the Ghostbusters shit, I saw pictures from Comic-Con, and Hasbro had the Proton back there.
March, baby, March.
And it looks good. Yeah, March. The credit card that I have it on is fucking maxed out, so I gotta definitely pay that off in the next few months. Or that'll suck. Going back to the odd news, we got now. Here's our world records. 2 of them. One has a picture, not this one though. Okay. A 22-year-old comic book fan from Indiana earned a Guinness World Record for her collection of 2,318 items related to Batman villain the Joker.
That's pretty respectable. I have a few here. Where I have it. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Here's one. Right here. Little bobblehead. Keep going, Todd. Keep talking.
Bloomington resident Megan Pierce said she started collecting in middle school, and soon she had amassed items ranging from action figures and comic books to Joker rollerblades, a skateboard, and milk caps from 1966. Pierce said she started... What's that?
No, go ahead. I said that's cool.
Pierce said she started posting content on social media about her collection during the COVID pandemic, and was encouraged to apply for a Guinness World Record, a process she began in 2023. Pierce had to measure and document each officially licensed item, and the process had to be overseen by 5 expert witnesses. I had to provide a description of each item and a photo of everything, Pierce told the Indiana Daily Student. She took the record with 2,318 eligible pieces of memorabilia. She said her hobby has allowed her to make connections with Joker fandom figures in... I don't know. So I'm going to start that over. She said her hobby has allowed her to make connections with Joker fandom figures, including actor Mark Hamill, who voiced the character in several animated and video game projects, as well as other collectors. Pierce said she ended up forming close friendship with Angel Young, who collects items related to Harley Quinn, the Joker's sometimes accomplice, sometimes nemesis. Interacting with other collector, there's such genuine passion for what they collect. It's one of the best feelings, Young said. It's sort of a bond and understanding that this person gets what you're doing. Pierce said her collection is always growing, and she isn't afraid of losing the record. It will only inspire me to collect more, Pierce said. Go for it. So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Oops, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Had to get the picture ready for this next thing.
Ooh. Are they naked?
No.
Oh.
Partially.
Fine.
But
okay, continue.
It's more of a holy shit. An Australian bodybuilder broke a Guinness World Record that had stood for nearly a decade when she completed 733 pull-ups in 1 hour.
What the fuck?
Jade Henderson, 32, averaged more than 12 pull-ups a minute to break the record of 725 that was set by fellow Australian Eva Clark in 2016. I decided to start training for the pull-up world record because I like the idea of doing something that nobody else has ever done, which obviously somebody has. I also wanted to see what my mind and body were physically capable of, Henderson told Guinness World Records. The athlete said she initially planned to go for the 24-hour version of the record, which I think we talked about that.
We did.
But an injury during training led her to change her plans. I did 3,500 pull-ups in 12 hours and tore my bicep.
Can't imagine why.
I had a partial tear of the bicep tendon and muscle. I had to rest my arm for about 6 weeks before I was able to do pull-ups again, she said. Henderson settled on the 1 hour record to prevent any further injuries. So she's still injured? I don't have a set number that I was aiming for, she said. I knew it was going to be tough to beat the previous record of 725, so I was just aiming to get a couple more reps than that. The record attempt was ultimately successful with 733 pull-ups completed in the hour. I was really happy with the result. I gave it everything I had, and in that moment, I don't think I could have done any better. So I do have a picture of her.
I'm just imagining Brock Lesnar's daughter. Oh, Jesus Christ. It looks like a chick on a dude's body.
Yeah. It's...
That's wild.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
So
That's super.
That's your odd news.
Wow. Ugh. Oof.
So what do you want to do
Trying to
next? We
think.
have 3 things to do.
All right.
We
Well,
got
first.
weird sports, video game news, and weird words. Or do you have some
Uh,
fucked up? Oh yeah, you have the fucking yes.
so we're gonna call this "Who's Your Daddy?" All
Ha!
right. All right. So I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 celebrities, past and present. I think all of them are alive except one. And they are the top 10 celebrities with biological children. So
You
I'm
said
going to
this
see
does
if
not include adopted, correct?
does not. It's just biological.
Just man-made.
So I'm going to let Todd just throw some names out there to begin with.
Honestly, the only one I could really think of that I know much of having a ton of children is fucking Nick Cannon.
So you think Nick Cannon's on this list? How many children do you think Nick Cannon has?
I can't remember what he has. Like, fucking a stupid amount. It's like
But
8, 9, or 10 or some shit.
you say 10. So number 1 on the list is Nick Cannon with 12 biological children. All right. So you're 1 for 1 right now, Todd.
Yeah, I could be
So you want
wrong
me-
on this. I always heard that like Wilt Chamberlain fucking like slept with a shit ton of women. Is that true?
He didn't have that many kids though. And the 10th one I'm looking at it, I'm not counting. Because all right. So I'm gonna just gonna go through. I'm just gonna name names, and you're gonna guess how many kids they have. Alec Baldwin,
8.
close, 7. All right. Eddie Murphy,
6.
Eddie Murphy has an astounding 10 biological children.
What?
All right, we're gonna say now this one there isn't a solid fact. I don't know if there's legal issues, but Mr. Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, he has like 8, I think, 8 or 9, 8.
So this is telling me between 10 and 12. So he has at least 10 confirmed.
That's fucking. Why are these people like so many kids?
Shaquille O'Neal.
He's got like 6. I've seen his show. He doesn't have like.
Ding, 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 ding. Hit it on the nose. Shaq attacked only 6 wombs, and it took fruition there, guys. All right. This next one is also, it's either one of 2 numbers.
Oh, okay.
Dirty Harry himself, Clint Eastwood.
I'd say 8 to 10.
8 or 9. Who else we got on here? Marlon Brando. He's the dead one.
He's the dead one. For some reason, I feel like he would have a lot of children. I don't know why. I don't really know much of his work or him himself, but I feel like he has like 10 kids.
So close. 11.
Damn.
And then a person you probably don't know, Phillip Rivers, former NFL quarterback for the Chargers.
No.
He's a Mormon, if that's going to help you with your
Like
guess.
37.
He has 7 children.
Oh. I was only off
And
by-
then I think that's... Did I say Mel Gibson?
No.
Mel Gibson will be our last one.
7.
9.
I hope they don't-
Riggs likes to fuck. All right, what do we got? What's next, Todifer?
Ba. Let's do weird sports. Did you pick a
Okay.
weird sport this week?
Oh, I got one. I got a video to accompany it also. But I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, I have found a game called Bossa Ball. That's right. Bossa ball. Now, it is a team sport that originated in Brazil and was conceptualized by the Dutch Mark Ekmans in 2004. Bossa ball is a ball game between two teams, combining elements of volleyball, soccer. It says football, but once I watched the video, I was like, that's not football. So volleyball, soccer, gymnastics with music into a sport. It is played on an inflatable court featuring a trampoline on each side of the net. The trampolines allow the players to bounce high enough to spike the ball over the net. I'll read you real quick the rules of this game. It's a game played between two teams, 4 players each. The aim is to, obviously, each team to ground the ball in the opponent's field. The height of the net between both fields can be adjusted for different levels, such as professional, intermediate, beginning, or children. Players are not allowed to touch the net. Those have to remain at least one body part on their own side of the net. So you could have, like, 3 arms and a leg on the other side, but as long as that one leg was there. One player, the attacker, is positioned on the trampoline. The others are around him or her on the inflatables. Player from the serving team throws or kicks the ball in the air and attempts to hit the ball so it passes over the net on a course such that it will land in the opposing team's court. The opposing team must make a combination of no more than 5 contacts with the ball returned to the other side of the net. These contacts can be exercised using any body part. I have a video to show too.
So before we continue, my sport this week was a sport called Bossa ball. And I would explain to you what this sport was all about, but Todd's pretty much taking care of it. So, Todd, I will give this to you because you said it first, but which video do you have?
It's called What is Bossa Ball and How to Play.
Okay.
It's not long.
The one I was going to do, mine was like 2 minutes. It's Bossa ball, an obscure sport with a samba twist. If I was in better shape, I'd play it. But it's like volleyball for the kids in gym class who tried too hard.
Yes. It was kind of reminding
me. Am I small to you right now?
It's hold on. Let's see the layout and normal layout.
There we go.
Yeah, it kind of also reminds me a little bit of that game I think you were brought up last week.
Yeah, the one with the braided ball. And actually, so I know you never watched One Tree Hill.
No.
So in one of the later seasons, one of the players didn't make it to the NBA, so he was to make money. It was a basketball game. It was basketball, but it was kind of like that, except you weren't kicking the ball around, but it had the whole court was like trampolines. So like you're like jumping up to do like these dunks and shots and everything, and it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. For all my OTH fans out there.
You're going to say OTC.
I was. I'm so used to saying OTC. I acknowledge you, Roman. I acknowledge you.
Do you want to do weird words or something?
Fucking slap me in the face with these weird words. So, something happened on Wrestle Fandom.
Yeah.
And it got my brain working. So Garrett went to say flick and first, like I wanted to flick first is what he tried to say, but it came out flirst. So I started making fun of him. So that made me start thinking of like words like sound outrageous that you have no idea what they mean. And I'm going to come up with a definition for them. And we'll see how close or far away I am from this. Or how ridiculous this sounds.
All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Trying to like.
Oh my.
But this first one is bumfuzzle.
A bumfuzzle.
Bumfuzzle.
I would say a bumfuzzle is a type of fart that feels like it's coming out of your butt carbonated.
Not even close. But I mean, I guess this would be to the person. It means to confuse or fluster. So I guess if you did that, it would confuse you.
Yeah, I would be really confused why I felt like I was farting soda.
Yeah, exactly. This next one is cattywampus.
Cattywampus. I've heard this before. Isn't cattywampus like a fucking like shit show, like a fucked up situation?
Askew and disarray are not lined up properly.
Yeah, a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
It's cattywampus.
This next one is
Now, if I
would.
would. Now, if I was to make, if you were to ask me that, and I didn't already kind of have an idea, a cattywampus in my idea brain would be like a feline orgy.
That old cattywampus.
So so that's what I'll do. I'll give you my comedic definition and then what I think it might actually mean.
All right.
There we go.
So collywobbles.
Collywobbles. Collywobbles is a Dutch meal with cauliflower, but they're shaped in these balls that kind of wobble around the bowl. They're deep fried and they're done in this like Swedish type gravy that is absolutely delectable. Or it's some kind of growth on your body.
It's an intense feeling of anxiety or a stomach ache. I got the collywobbles.
Well, I think after you ate what I described, you might have the collywobbles.
So this next one is an interesting one. It is flibber to gibbet.
Your flibber to gibbet. Okay, so your flibber to gibbet is, some people call it a taint. Some people call it, what's the other fucking word for that little patch of skin there?
The perineum.
Yes. But if reality, say that word again.
Flibber to gibbet.
So the flibber to gibbet is actually the nerve endings inside of there. And there's a pressure point. If you come at it right at like this angle, like this, and you kind of curve your, say the word.
Flibber to gibbet.
You hit your the cluster of flibber to gibbet right there, and it flibbers to gives it your body quite the orgasm. They actually equal it to the first time that you're shooting up. I don't have any idea what it really means.
A
sounds
silly,
British.
frivolous person who talks incessantly.
So me?
This next one is taradiddle.
Taradiddle was a warrior from the 11th century who also liked to carve little wooden figures and leave them upon their slain enemies.
It's a petty lie or pretentious nonsense.
I mean, they're pretty much the same thing what came out of my mouth.
Spaghettification.
Spaghettification?
Spaghettification.
The getting satisfaction out of making spaghetti?
Could be. It is the process by which an object is stretched and torn apart by extreme gravitational forces, as when falling into a black hole. Spaghettification.
What?
Yeah.
I like mine better.
Scientific terms and shit. This next one is Gardyloo. Gardyloo.
It is a toilet in a garden.
Nah, really. It's a warning cry used in medieval Edinburgh to alert passerbyers that slops were about to be thrown from a window.
Okay. They had to do poo. I knew it to loo.
Exactly.
Down by the loo.
Snickersnee.
Whoa. We don't use those kind of words on this channel here, Todd.
Come on, Joe. Snickersnee.
Snickersnee is a pirate who has a snicker for a peg leg.
Yeah. There's two definitions: to engage in cut and thrust fighting with knives, or a large knife.
Oh, so let's watch out for Snickersmees out there in the world, folks. Never know who's packing.
Widdershins. That's right, Widdershins. Widder shins. Widdershins.
Did you just pick up an old fucking Sherlock Holmes book and started reading me buzzwords in it?
Google.
Shivershins?
Widdershins.
Widdershins?
Shins.
Widdershins are a group of people in northern England who live in the woods, who come out at night and they widder your fence posts down to the height of your shin.
So you just run into them and you get all pissed off like a coffee table?
Yeah.
Okay. No. It is a left-handed or contrary direction or clockwise. English speakers got Widdershins from an old German word meaning to go against.
Oh.
The last one. You're going to like this one.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Ill Willy. That's right. Ill Willy.
An STD.
Is a Scottish word meaning having an unfriendly disposition.
Yeah, that's STD. An ill willy. I don't care what language, what time period you're living in, guys. If you got an ill will, it's not Nas's record label, okay? It means you need to go to the doctor. Hopefully some antibiotics will clear it up. If not, you might have some long-term repercussions with that. But, try to look on the positive way, because if your will is ill, you don't want to do some Netflix and chill, okay? That should be a t-shirt.
I don't disagree. But so that was the last word. Next week I'll do professions.
Ooh. I like this coming up with.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey, listen.
It's time for video game news and reviews.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Fatality.
It's me, Mario.
With Todd and Joe.
So proud of that intro. So we got three things. Well, two things in one mention.
Before you start with this, I think I'm going to use this to kind of give you some of the comic book and movie news, and if I'm watching something or something I think you should watch and do that. But continue on. I got a couple things because this weekend is actually New York Comic Con.
Yes, it is
going on.
I was there
today,
last year.
I went 12 and 13 years ago, or 13 and 14 years ago.
I'll never go again. Fuck New York City. Fuck it right in its ass. Speaking of New York City, a Long Island man is facing charges after allegedly selling bogus Nintendo products in a years-long scheme that made him over $2 million. Isaac Lapidus, 34 of Lawrence, was arraigned on Wednesday in a Nassau County District Court on charges of trademark counterfeiting and conspiracy. He pled not guilty and was released to pretrial services, the Nassau County District's Attorney's Office said in a news release. It is not clear if he's obtained an attorney. DA Ann Donnelly alleged that Lapidus sold hundreds of thousands of counterfeit Nintendo accessories for popular consoles and games through Amazon. He allegedly kept the phony items in in an Island Park warehouse, she said.
Well, what were the items?
What's that?
What exactly were the items?
It gets to that in a little bit. The scheme was uncovered after Amazon and Nintendo learned that fake products were being sold through 5 Amazon seller accounts. An investigation found that the 5 seller accounts were connected to Lapidus, according to the release. Between October 2018 and September 2025, Lapidus allegedly sold more than 200,000 faux Nintendo Switch docking stations, 10,000 docking station adapters, about 15,705 Pokemon Go Plus accessories, the press release said.
Damn.
The district attorney's office alleged that the gross sales totaled more than $2 million. Despite consumer complaints about imitation products in the reviews, sales totals in the millions of dollars, Donnelly said. Counterfeit products are not just bad for business, they can also be dangerous for consumers, especially when electronics are involved. Truth. A search warrant was executed on the Island Park warehouse where authorities recovered 46 boxes of Nintendo Switch docking stations and power adapter sets, 23 boxes of
That's
Nintendo
crazy.
Cool Baby HD video game sets, and 33 boxes of Nintendo Pokemon Plus Go accessories. The district's attorney's office said Amazon determined all of the items to be counterfeit.
That's wild. So I wonder if they just didn't work or they just weren't what they were being advertised as.
I think he was probably like making fake shit or like 3D printing shit and then selling it as.
Well, I'm curious to know if like the stuff actually worked, but like he was like sending them in Nintendo boxes and it's just like a mock up of it, just cheaper, like a dollar store thing put in a Nintendo box.
Yeah,
you know?
basically. Or my penis in a box. So this is gonna piss people off, and actually a friend of mine kind of did this, so like I have to laugh at him for just jumping the gun. So last week, I believe, we spoke of the Game Pass price hike.
Yes.
So it's not supposed to go into effect until I think like November 4th or something like that. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Mine actually renewed last weekend. And I paid the price I had been paying for years, of $60 for 3 months.
Right.
I have not done anything else. And now I read this, and people are going to be angry. And maybe it was Microsoft's plan the whole time. Smart bastards. Microsoft proposed price hikes to its Xbox Game Pass subscription service might not hit you at all, period. On October 1st, Microsoft announced a massive 50% hike to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, 2 days before increasing prices on Xbox consoles. Fans and users were, well, furious, or as Tech Radar put it, the outcry was startlingly ferocious. Now, according to emails sent to some Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, the price hike will only affect new purchases in some select countries. Recently, you have may heard about the changes to the price of the Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. At this time, these increases will only affect new purchases and will not affect your current subscription for the market in which you reside as long as you are on an auto-recurring plan, Microsoft wrote in the email. Should you choose to cancel your plan and repurchase, you'll be charged at the new current rate. If for any reason there may be changes to your existing account, we will notify you at least 60 days in advance. You have the option to cancel or change your subscription.
Good job, Microsoft. That, I feel like, is a fair compromise.
Microsoft confirmed the email to The Verve and said it is not impacting subscribers in the U.S. or U.K. But
so nothing's changing.
But I a buddy of mine that I fucking play Xbox with, he fucking canceled his shit. And he was like, when I went to renew, it said it, the price of whatever. So, like, when he gets back from vacation, he'll be like, yeah, dude, you fucked up. Like,
you dummy.
And maybe his, you know what, though? Actually, you know what it was? Maybe it wasn't just that. I think he said his wasn't reoccurring. So, but then he still canceled it anyway, and then whatever it is. So, yeah, if you don't, basically, just set your shit up for fucking auto pay before this fucking change next month.
Mm-hmm.
And just, you are good to be paying the price of, I think for 3 months, it was like $60.
Yeah.
So, just do that
so
shit.
Microsoft heard our outcry, and they listened.
But
Thank
I'm
you,
wondering
Microsoft.
if that was what it was the whole time, and they just didn't tell anybody. Because if you think about it, and everybody canceled it, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck? And then, like, go back to getting it, like, they're still making money and shit, if not more money. So, like, Was it the whole time and they just didn't tell the whole story?
Could be.
And Battlefield 6 came out. That was the only other thing I had to mention, which
Yep.
I played the demo for. It wasn't too bad. I like destructible universes. So
I don't know. Like Battlefield, I'm like hit or miss. Like it's not like my go-to. I was always more of a Call of Duty guy.
Go fuck yourself, pal.
The four quick things that have come out from Comic-Con that I just want to talk about quick was Batman Nightfall. I don't know if you're aware what Batman Nightfall is. So it was a comic story. It was when Bane breaks Batman's back. And then Batman is incapacitated. And then this character called Azrael, he's like part of these mystical like knights. They're kind of crazy. He kind of becomes like this Iron Man, like Batman, and gets like hyper violent or whatever. It's really like I don't know if it was Bane's debut, but it was the comic storyline that made Bane like a big thing. They took a lot of elements from Dark Knight Rises from this storyline. They're doing a multi-part animated, and DC's animated stuff is just awesome. But Nightfall Part 1 is slated for production next year. And then a little news from Spider-Man Brand New Day. I know, like, you're not, you like it, but you're not like how I am about it. But Brand New Day is going to take place before Doomsday and Secret Wars. So it's rumored to have the Punisher, Hulk in it. Scorpion's rumored to be the villain. They a little bit more thing.
Get over here, Scorpion.
No, he was teased in the first Spider-Man movie, but the actress Liza Colon Zayas is likely playing Jean DeWolf. And anybody who knows anything Marvel or Spider-Man, whatever, knows who that character is, and she's police detective. She's kind of badass. The next little bit is Sigourney Weaver has confirmed that she's in talks to come back for an Alien sequel. That's huge news. And with the success of Alien Earth, have you watched it at all?
No.
I watched the first episode. I just haven't had the time to like sit down and watch the whole thing. It's beautiful. It's like a fucking movie on TV. It's wonderful. And then the last bit, I don't know how I feel about this. But how did you feel about the current iteration of our beloved TMNTs?
I don't know.
I remember us both having kind of like mixed like feelings about it.
I think it was, I don't know, man. I think it was harder for me just because of like there was such a certain storyline that was etched into me for my whole childhood and blah, 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 that you start. And not that I'm like, oh my God, they had this or they changed that, but it's just like there was some shit they did or changed or made whatever, or just animation style or what they, that just kind of like, I don't know.
Like for me, this has to be, well, I want to say probably the last two incarnations. This one better than the last one, but I wasn't a huge fan of. Everything before that, I loved in its own way. But they're coming out with an animated short for this called Chrome Alone 2 Lost in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I think because originally we were supposed to be getting the second one of those this winter. We're not. It's pushed till next winter. So I think this is kind of to remind everybody. But it's a Ninja Turtles Christmas story. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. Like, it's just funny growing up where if you told people you watched a lot of this shit, Ninja Turtles, fucking Star
Comics,
yep, that you were a fucking nerd, you were this, you were that, and then like it became popular, and then if you didn't watch it or you weren't fucking into it,
then you were the loser.
Yeah, like, so it's just like, I don't know, man, like there doesn't need to, it's something I feel like, I don't know how it just kind of keep getting redone over and over again. Like there was kind of like not a set story, but a semi-set story to the whole lore of Ninja Turtles. That
there were different like little things, like with were they humans first? Was it reincarnation? Like like everything kind of like puts their own spin on it.
Yeah,
and I feel like I agree with you. They definitely veered off in a weird way as of making them essentially normal people at this point because they're out in the open and everything.
I mean, like watching the cartoon, it did get to that point where like, obviously April, but like Norma and Vern eventually like knew them, who they were, blah, blah, blah. But it was still a long time before even April, and like the original cartoon. I never really read the original comic book because that was
the IDW. The IDW version that's still going on is, I think, in my opinion, the best overall incarnation of it. The way it just includes a little bit of everything from the cartoon to the movies. It makes it realistic in a way that just it works so fucking well. I would love to see a straight adaptation of that.
Yeah. And like I actually, because like every time I see a commercial for Paramount Plus, they're like, "Oh, the Ninja Turtles," and like for whatever reason, they don't have the first two movies. They have everything else but the first two movies. So like I have on the DVD. So I actually was watching the first movie, and come to realize, because I've also been watching a lot of like Saved by the Bell, that there's a couple of shots in April's apartment where in the background there is a ceramic Elvis bust. And if you remember, there was an episode of Saved by the Bell where Screech's parents, for their anniversary, went out of town to an Elvis convention, and they broke that very same Elvis statue.
That's wild.
I'm like, no shit. I'm like, that's the same fucking, they got the same statue. I'm like, I mean, I know she owns that antique store and shit, but that's still pretty fucking weird to just have that.
That's funny. It was probably shot on like the same set.
Oh, probably.
But like
that was weird to see that earlier. I'm like, look at that.
What else we got, Todifer?
Hold on. Again.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Penis! I'll take all of it. It's amazing.
That's it.
Good news, everyone.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Nerd.